Since the dawn of time, humanity has searched for order within the chaos of existence. Thousands of years ago, the sages of Mesopotamia discovered that the universe does not move by chance, but according to eternal laws. 12 timeless principles woven into the fabric of reality. Though empires have vanished and kingdoms have fallen, these laws remain unchanged. They shape the ancient world, and they continue to shape your life today. Let us ascend the sacred ziggurat and pass through the 12 gates of Babylon. Gate 1. The Gate of Nabu, the Law of Mentalism. Before a king can build a palace, and before a scribe can etch a single line of cuneiform, the structure must first exist in the mind. This is the first cosmic law, the law of mentalism. The universe is mental. Everything we see around us, from the towering walls of Babylon to the modern empires of today, began as nothing more than an invisible thought. Your mind is the ultimate architect. If there is chaos within your thoughts, you will see nothing but chaos in your external world. To change your life, you must first change the blueprint in your mind. Gate 2. The Gate of Inanna, the Law of Correspondence. The ancient sages carved a truth that has survived millennia. As above, so below. As within, so without. This is the law of correspondence. The macrocosm of the stars reflects the microcosm of the atom. More importantly, your outer life is a direct mirror of your inner state. When you feel anxious, overwhelmed, or lost on the inside, your daily life will inevitably reflect that disharmony. You cannot fix the mirror without fixing the person standing before it. Seek peace within, and the world outside will align. Gate 3. The Gate of Ninlil, the Law of Vibration. You cannot see the wind, yet you see its undeniable power as it bends the palm trees and ripples the waters of the Euphrates. This is the law of vibration. Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Ancient wisdom and modern physics meet here. Everything in existence, a solid stone wall, a thought, an emotion, is pure energy in constant motion. Fear, anger, and jealousy are heavy, slow vibrations. Peace, gratitude, and vision are light and fast. You do not attract what you want in life. You attract what you vibrate in harmony with. Gate 4. The Gate of Shamash, the Law of Polarity. As the night meets the morning, we stand at the Gate of Shamash, the sun god, who separates the light from the darkness. This is the law of polarity, or the law of opposites. Everything is dual. Everything has its pair of opposites. But the secret of Shamash is that opposites are actually the same thing, just different degrees of the same spectrum. Think of how we experience life today. Why does a week of vacation feel so profoundly liberating? Because it stands in direct contrast to months of hard work and early alarms. If your entire life were a permanent vacation, the magic would vanish. It would become your new 0 point. You cannot truly appreciate rest unless you have first known labor. Contrast is not a curse. It is the engine of human appreciation. Gate 5. The Gate of Urnina, the Law of Rhythm. The moon expands, reaches fullness, and then inevitably shrinks into darkness. The rivers overflood the fields with fertile mud, and then recede. This is the law of rhythm. Everything flows out and in. Everything has its tides. The pendulum swings in everything. Modern society tells you that you must always be producing, always growing, always in a state of summer. But this is a cosmic illusion. Just as the earth needs winter to regenerate, your life requires cycles of rest, reflection, and stepping back. When the pendulum swings into darkness or stillness, do not despair. The rhythm of the universe guarantees that the upswing is already on its way. Gate 6. The Gate of Marduk, the law of cause and effect. At the 6th gate stands Marduk, the supreme god of Babylon, who weaves the intricate tapestry of destiny. This is the law of cause and effect. Every cause has its effect, every effect has its cause. Nothing happens by chance. Chance is simply a name for a law not yet understood. Every decision you make, every word you speak, and every action you take is a seed pressed into the soil of time. If you plant seeds of anger, distraction, and neglect today, you cannot expect to harvest a life of peace and success tomorrow. You are not a victim of a cruel fate. You are the master cultivator of your own future. Gate 7. The Gate of Ninurta, the law of gender. At the 7th gate stands Ninurta, the master of cultivation, discipline, and creation. This is the law of gender. This law has nothing to do with biology, but with the two primordial forces that exist within all creation. The feminine principle is intuitive, creative, receptive, and expansive. It is the soft clay waiting to be shaped. The masculine principle is focused, disciplined, directed, and protective. It is the sharp reed stylus pressing form into the clay. Creation cannot happen with just one. If you possess only dreams, your life becomes a collection of unfinished visions. If you possess only discipline without imagination, your life becomes a prison of routine. Mastery is the sacred union of both, the marriage of vision and execution, the joining of inspiration and action. Yet the ancient sages taught that even this is not the final lesson. Beyond the visible world stand deeper principles still. The ascent continues. Gate 8, the Gate of Anu, the law of divine oneness. High above Babylon stands the Gate of Anu, Father of the heavens. This is the law of divine oneness. The ancient sages understood that nothing exists in isolation. The stars influence the seasons. The seasons influence the harvest. The harvest feeds the people. The people build the city. The city honors the gods. Everything is connected. Every thought, every action, every choice sends ripples through the unseen fabric of existence. Modern people often feel separate from one another, separate from nature, and separate from the universe itself. Yet separation is an illusion. You are not merely living within the universe. You are an inseparable part of it. The same laws that govern the stars govern your life. The same forces that move galaxies move the human heart. When you understand this, you stop fighting reality and begin working with it. Gate 9. The Gate of Ishtar, the law of attraction. At the 9th gate stands Ishtar, goddess of beauty, desire, and creation. This is the law of attraction. Many misunderstand this law. They believe wishing alone can transform reality. The sages of Mesopotamia knew otherwise. A fearful merchant enters the marketplace expecting betrayal and soon finds evidence everywhere. A confident merchant enters the same marketplace expecting opportunity and soon finds evidence everywhere. The streets are identical. The people are identical. Yet the worlds they experience are entirely different. Why? Because attention is power. What you consistently focus upon grows stronger within your reality. Fear attracts more reasons to fear. Confidence attracts more reasons to act. Scarcity notices limitation. Abundance notices possibility. This is not magic. It is awareness. The mind constantly searches for evidence to support what it already believes. Your dominant focus becomes the lens through which you experience the world. Choose that lens wisely. Gate 10. The Gate of Adad, the law of inspired action. At the 10th gate stands Adad, Lord of Storms and Movement. This is the law of inspired action. Thought is powerful, vision is essential, but neither creates results without action. A farmer may dream of a harvest, but unless he plants the seed, nothing grows. A merchant may dream of wealth, but unless he enters the marketplace, nothing changes. A builder may dream of a palace, but unless he lays the first brick, the palace remains imaginary. Modern people often wait for certainty before taking action, yet certainty rarely arrives before movement. The wise take the next step even when the entire path is hidden. Action creates momentum. Momentum reveals opportunity. Opportunity creates transformation. The bridge between imagination and achievement is action. Without action, wisdom remains potential. With action, wisdom becomes reality. Gate 11. The Gate of Enki. The law of perpetual transmutation. At the 11th gate stands Enki, Lord of wisdom, water, and transformation. This is the law of perpetual transmutation. Nothing remains fixed forever. The Euphrates never stops flowing. The seasons never stop turning. The stars never stop moving. Everything changes form. Mud becomes brick. Brick becomes temple. Temple becomes ruin. Ruin becomes dust. Dust becomes earth. The cycle continues without end. The same is true within you. Fear can become courage. Failure can become wisdom. Pain can become strength. Confusion can become clarity. Energy is constantly transforming. The question is not whether change will happen. Change is inevitable. The question is whether you consciously direct that change toward growth. The wise do not resist transformation. They learn to guide it. Gate 12. The Gate of Rama. The law of compensation. At last we arrive at the 12th gate, the final threshold. The Gate of Rama. This is the law of compensation. The ancient Babylonians understood that wealth was never simply gold. True wealth was value. The farmer who fed the city received grain. The merchant who solved problems received silver. The builder who raised walls received reward. Life continually returns what is consistently given. Not always immediately, not always in the form expected, but eventually. The harvest reflects the seed. The reward reflects the contribution. Many seek greater rewards while offering little value. The wise reverse the equation. They focus first on service, on contribution, on excellence. They understand that the universe operates through balance. What you consistently give to life, life eventually returns. The sun now stands fully above the horizon. Golden light pours across the city of Babylon. The Euphrates sparkles below. The temples shine. The ancient city awakens. The empire of Babylon has long vanished beneath the sands of time, but the wisdom of the 12 gates remains. Whenever you feel lost, remember the gate of Nabu. When life feels chaotic, remember the gate of rhythm. When challenges appear, remember the gate of polarity. When your dreams seem distant, remember the gate of inspired action. And when you question your path, look once more to the stars above Babylon. For the same heavens that guided the ancient sages still shine above us today. Thank you for walking through the 12 gates of Babylon. If you enjoyed this journey into ancient wisdom, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more stories, teachings, and timeless lessons from the civilizations of the ancient world. Until next time, keep looking to the stars and stay grounded in the wisdom of the past.